Hi, everyone. This is Group 5, and we're going to talk about the Fostering Connections to Success Act. Members of this group includes myself, Renee Guide.
Christy Lopez.
And Danielle Miller.
First, we're going to do a brief description of the policy. The Fostering Connections to Success and Increasing Adoptions Act is a federal law that was passed in 2008. This law requires state child welfare agencies to work with the state and local educational agencies to promote school stability and improve educational outcomes among children in foster care. Children within the foster care system are provided opportunities to thrive through programs that are often state-funded to provide interventions to address the needs of foster youth.
The Fostering Connections to Success Act was designed to address and collaborate with state and local educational agencies to promote school stability and improve educational outcomes among the children and youth in foster care. In the city of Philadelphia, there are about 3,000 children and youth that are currently in out-of-home placement. While social workers work with families to address concerns, the Department of Human Services in Philadelphia have established an intervention program or a one-stop shop called the Achieving Independence Center. This center is geared towards youth that are aged 14 to 21 that have been or are currently in foster care to assist them with their educational needs, employment needs, housing needs, and any other needs that they have in order to achieve independence past the age of 21 when they age out of care. One of the main focuses of the AIC is to ensure that youth complete their high school education and continue on to higher education.
Despite the Fostering Connections to Success's attempt to promote school stability and improve educational outcomes among children in foster care, we've noted that there are a couple problems with this act. One being, states are offered federal reimbursement if they extend the adoption benefits beyond the age of 18 for youth that are adopted at 16 or older. So although the additional funds are a great asset to the state, there's no adequate tracking or reports that are kind of taking note of the extra funds and where this money is being spent. Additionally, the educational provision of the Act is one of the most important provisions created for the youth, but due to foster care being the most educationally at risk, the greatest challenge that we believe this Act has, is that students and their school mobility. So students tend to move schools when they first get placed into foster care, and then again when their placements switch. So the Act kind of doesn't really make provision for the constant changing of schools that these children are being put through, furthering their education deficit.
Some recommendations that we came up with include, one, to create adequate and accurate tracking reports to track how the extra funds are being spent. Number two is to increase communication between schools and foster care agencies. And the third one we came up with is to increase funding for transportation to ensure children can remain in the schools they were first placed in. Below there are some references if you guys want to investigate more about the Foster Care to Success Act.
And we believe that as a social worker, as we have in our quote below, every child deserves a champion, an adult who will never give up on them, who understands the power of connection and insists that they become the best they can possibly be. Rita Pearson. And again, as social workers, we believe this should be one of our mottos. Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.